Hey guys, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Finally, somewhat clear skies. Melanie's doing laundry, and I've got quite a construction site going over here. Got a tarp drying out on the ground, and I've been dismantling pallets all day. You guys have seen me do that before time and time again, so I didn't bore you with that. I've also got them standing up to dry. They were so wet, so I was prepping boards here. Hopefully I've got enough to do the one wall inside. I've got one section done, and I put my shelf back up, so I think it looks alright. It's rustic, and that's fine. Now if I wanted, I could take more time and sand some of them, get some of the dirty scuff marks off, but then again, I think it'd be boring if it was all perfect, clean wood. And as it is, I think it looks really nice, actually. I don't know why I get a weird brightness on the camera, but there it is. I'm doing the installation for this section, and then I can set up a plastic shelf in this corner and get some of the junk off my table, so I can move the table and keep on going. Now that all depends on how much pallet wood I've got. Now I've got a cut little strip down in there and up in the top, but that's no big deal. I'm going to do all of them at the end all at one time with a table saw. No point in firing up any power tools just for one little cut, or two little pieces of wood. I'll do that all at once later. So that's what's going on here today. This has been a half day of work, literally. Just pulling out the pallets, letting them dry, breaking them up, laying the boards in the sun as I continue breaking up pallets. And that's it. And then I put the insulation and cut the wood and nail it in. That's a half day of work. So, and that's it. Well guys, I think I like it. That wall, that section came right up flush almost with the bottom of the shelf. Still got to do the top part. But right now, I'm going to put a plastic shelf in the corner here so I can break down the table and clear that off. But I think it looks good. Very, very nice, I think, in here. Beautiful wood. It's going to give it a nice rustic look in here. And I won't feel bad about putting nails in it and hanging stuff on it. Well, I'm putting in the third, I took out the table, I'm putting in the third row of insulation, and I'm using Tyvek tape on the edges of the insulation. Somebody told me on YouTube comments that insulation without staples, even put in sideways, will sag with time. I don't know how true that is, but I'd rather not risk it. And I tried what somebody suggested, cutting it a little bit larger and stuffing it in and stapling it on, but that was just not so good. The insulation was all bunched up and didn't fit and didn't fill in the space as well. So I put the Tyvek on, and that holds the insulation just as well as any staples ever going to do. I did that in the tiny house as well, now that I remember and think about it, because that was 24 on center walls, and I put the Tyvek across. Although in there I did it this way, long strips this way, and then that tied it in very well across. But in this case, their walls aren't as high. Those were 12-foot walls in there, and I think this will be fine. So I'm going to put that last piece in. Today is Melanie's birthday. Wednesday is today, and we got guests coming over to celebrate tonight with her. So actually, probably any minute now. So I'm gonna get that last piece of insulation in and see how many boards I can get cut. But to be honest, I don't think I've got enough. I'll have to break down more pallets. So an entire day of work gets me 2 rows of pallets in and insulation. An entire day of work breaking down pallets and cutting them and putting them in. But people are going to say time is money, and I might be better off buying the paneling. that's, you know, you consider, you work every day and you earn your paycheck and then you go and spend it on something. Or I work all day and this is my paycheck and I don't spend my money, I save it. So you do the math. In this case, yes, time is money and I'm saving it. So, well, I think it's time to probably just clean up and get ready for the barbecue. We'll see how it goes here. Good morning, or good afternoon, guys. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. I'm back at it again, working on pallets to put paneling in my shop and my electronics lab. I do have a new tripod, came in the mail today, finally, so I'll be able to do better videos again. I got 2 sections finished, well, almost to the top. I've still got that little strip there. I got another section I insulated. Just got one last piece of insulation from the first roll to pop in there. But right now I'm going to put the boards on, and I want to try to get this done all the way to the back corner today, if I have enough pallets here, up to the bottom of the shelf, so that I can build my table and then get to work in here, and then I can finish up in the corners or in the top section if I have enough wood. If not, then I'll have to save up for it, or wait for it, I guess, to arrive or show up. Anyway, back to work. Well, this is so far one pallet I've dismantled, took the nails out of it, and got it prepared for cutting into boards for the wall. First I have to cut a straight edge. And I'll finish this pallet, and then I'll get on inside and put them on the wall. So I'm working up, I'll get this all done. I'm using hammer and nails because my impact driver is dead. The what do I call it? Brad nailer. But this takes longer As you can see, I'm a bit awkward with my arms, but I'm getting it done. So that was the end of one pallet. I thought it'd be more wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. I've got to cut another pallet to finish this. With broken boards and whatever, I'm limited to what's usable out of each pallet. Yeah, one more pallet will do this section. So 2, 4, 6, 7 more pallets to do this wall, the bottom half, and then another 1, 2, 3, 10 pallets to finish this wall. Hope I have enough. Now I'm using my old Ryobi saw for this junk work. So I don't use the newer saw, the good saw, for this work. And it still runs, it just doesn't cut a straight line. You can hear it's alternated softwood with hardwood. The hardwood binds. This one doesn't have a lot of good wood on it. It's broke up pretty bad. Battery swap. Burn it to your batteries as fast as I can charge them. Saw is rough. That's why I use it for the rough work. Now, the next step is to take the boards off. So, flip it over and get the good side first. Now this is an easy way to get your pallets taken apart without breaking them up too bad if you got decent wood. And put them over for the nail extraction. This is beautiful pine right here. I actually prefer the pine boards because they're easier to work with. They don't break as much. I just want to show you what's involved in one pallet here. What I'm doing all day out here. Nail's got to come out anyway. There we go. Now with the nail extraction, I'll speed that up for you so you don't get bored. Hey guys, I forgot to share with you why I got to a later start today. Went to a friend's house and he built me this, and because I just got this saw, you may remember, and I didn't get this, I forgot the name of this, but the tool that slides in the rail. And he does metalworking and built this. It fits very well. There's hardly any wobble. I mean, barely, like a fraction of a millimeter, which is probably going to be normal. So this is really, really a good fit. And then I just have to tighten the nut. We have a locking nut on here, and it's countersunk. The head is countersunk, so it slides, and it's adjustable for angles, and it fits this table so nicely. So I can now set my angle and safely run wood past the blade of my new table saw. So I want to say again thank you for the world to hear. And that's one step in getting this ready. Now, I haven't got it running today because I'm feeling a little off due to the weather. I think it's all the the rainy weather we've had, but and the cold. But anyway, I've got the fence, and I still have to put the motor on. It's all in the truck. I've got to get it out here. But I went there and he built this for me, and then I helped him on some things. So I got back home a little bit later this afternoon, and well, neighbors helping my neighbors. That's what it's all about. Anyway, back to work on the office walls. There's a nice pile of wood started out. Inside, I have done the insulation all the way but for the last row. So I'm gonna see how far I get with the wood I've got cut. Melanie's making dinner, and that'll be it for today. Well guys, that's it for tonight. I ran out of wood. I thought it was a lot more than it was. I thought for sure I'd get most of those 2 rows done. Well, there's my workshop. I like it. I really like it. People pay a lot of money for that in the big cities. So I think it's beautiful. Really good. Comes together nice. Some people were talking about trimming the edges. On most pallets, if you get the newer ones like these, are pretty clean. You don't have to trim the edges. They're pretty straight. A lot of them are pretty good. So, I'm going to clean up, and that's it for tonight, guys. Unless something comes up. I still got the whole top row to do. It's a lot of work. 3 pallets per wall. Just about 3 pallets per wall. Or per section, I should say. So, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's over 9, 10 pallets here so far. Alright guys, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Good night. By the way guys, this is what my workspace looks like at the end of each day. I just have a couple pallets laying against the wood shop to dry and keep them off the ground. And I clean up the whole work area every day. before I close up for the night. I put away all my tools. I even pick up the wood splinters and put them in a box for kindling every day, because I am taking it serious in this property. I really want to keep it neat. It's beautiful here, and I'm going to keep it that way. Alright guys, dinner time. Good night.